Hello guys, this is one of my first video I'm doing about studying of Immanuel Velikovsky and his book Wars in Collision. This book is quite old, it's probably written in the 70s, and Immanuel Velikovsky theories were really impacting the world of science back in the day, and it was controversial. It created tension between Velikovsky and another important astronomer and physicist called Carl Sagan, which he never agreed with him. But back in the 2000s or 2010, I don't remember exactly when, a group of people studying the electric universe, a group of scientists, kind of proved, together with a guy who relates about is an expert in mythology, they found out that actually Velikovsky was right. But what he was wrong is in the dates of the catastrophe. Basically, his theory was that back in the time of Exodus, which is like 2,000 years before Christ, a comet passed really close to the Earth and change the direction of the rotation of the world, change its axis, create absolutely havoc on the Earth. And that was recorded in the annals and of our ancestors in any different culture, being the Mayas, the Aztecs, being the Egyptians, the people from the North Siberia, tribes from the Pacific Ocean. Everywhere in the world is a mythology of some destruction, some catastrophe that happened back in the ancient time. Velikovsky was the first one into, apart from another guy called Comics Boumon, but I'm going to talk to him like in the future. Velikovsky was the first one to prove or to start the connecting dots and realizing that something great happened in the sky in the ancient times, and that event was the creation of the planet Venus, because Venus back in the day was a comet, and that's where the word coma come from in Greek. Coma means hair, so a comet got a long hair. And when we study the depiction of Venus in any culture, you have Venus called Venus barbata, which means Venus with beard, which can be a relation with Venus as a comet. When you see the famous painting of, I don't know if it's Da Vinci or Michelangelo, of like Venus coming out from the sea, again, the mythology say that Venus came out from the sea. Came out from the sea is the universe. The sea is the cosmic waters. And the foam that she brings from the waves is the hair of the comet. And she is also ginger, because some of the studies of Velikovsky prove that maybe when these electric or electromagnetic fields kind of collide with the Earth, they create this kind of red color and a different shapes in the sky. You also can see that in different writings and different depictions of some stars in mythology. Velikovsky used a lot of mythology, a lot of reference. He used a lot of reference on the Bible. What I think he got wrong was the dates, because he, depending of this new research that they did in Thunderbolts of the God, which I'm gonna put the link below, I think it's 15,000 years ago, so he got it a bit wrong. But nevertheless, it's a really important event that happened in the history of mankind, and somehow it's been hidden from us, like a lot of things that be hidden from us. And he got another book called Mankind in Amnesia, which I got it somewhere else. I need to read it too. I just only started to read this one recently. I almost halfway through, but I read a lot about him in a different books, and also I follow Michael Tessarion, which is a good advocate of Velikovsky theories. And yes, I'm gonna share some quotes from, he got a quote here from Seneca talking about like this catastrophe that happens. Also, we need to see how in, for example, in Babylon, Ishtar was the goddess of nature and I think it was the goddess of sacred prostitution. Also, it was the goddess of fertility. Now we are coming to Easter, which is interesting. And Easter is obviously dedicated to Ishtar or to Ostara in the Druid connotations. And yeah, what Velikovsky works is a really interesting subject, because we can connect that also to, in psychological terms, to some trauma that mankind had back in the day. And it is, for some psychologists, especially for Velikovsky, it is a traumatic event that keep mankind with an antipathy towards nature, which it kind of developed in the world that we live now, which is an urban world, a world in which we live in cities. We are surrounded by trees, yes, we respect nature more or less, but we are anti-natural. Mankind is becoming more and more anti-natural. We are becoming more robots. We depend more of technology, which again, technology is great. It's a good tool in order to advance and to become better human beings. But are we becoming better human beings? I doubt about it. The most common, or the most the scenario that we're going to face in a few years is that we're going to become slaves. The elites or whoever is controlling the world are going to use technology in order to keep us down, as usually happens. So I think this book, Velikovsky's book, and Worlds in Collision, Mankind in Amnesia, it is essential to understand also in a psychological terms, why we have that reaction towards nature, why we behave in this way. And let's go from a quote from Seneca in this book here. Let's find it. This is a scripture. We need to go a bit back. So it's resolved by sky. I think I got it here. Look. This is from Seneca. Oops. Seneca relates the fear of world destruction experienced by those who lived at the time of Atreus and Thyestes, that were the Argive kings. Okay, back in the days, the tyrants of the Argive plain. The hearts of men were oppressed with terror at the sight of the untimely sunset. The shadow arise, though the night is not yet ready. No stars came out, to heaven gleam not with any fires. No moon dispels the darkness, heavy pall. Trembling are our hearts, sore smit with fear, lest all things fall shattered in fatal ruin, and once more gods and men be overwhelmed by formless chaos. Lest the land, the encircled sea, and the stars that wander in the spangled sky nature blot out once more. Will the season be ended and the moon be carried away? No more shall the stark mark off the summer and the winter times. No more shall Luna, reflecting Phoebus, raise dispel night's terrors. This is a reference to Seneca, talking about in his play of I think the name of the play, sorry for the it's called Thyestes, the drama of Seneca, and he's talking about the Argive kings, and he's putting in his words how back in those ancient times some catastrophe happened, that the sky stopped moving, the sun started still for a few hours, there was darkness in the earth for a long period of time, everything was trembling. So there is a lot of kind of criticism saying like this kind of explanations of catastrophe in the heaven or in the earth was kind of dramatization of these ancient people in order to put more glamorous and grandiose the wars and the battles that happened in back in those times. But I'm more from the opinion, like Velikovsky, is to these people, why they gonna have to lie, why they gonna have to use euphemism to say like rocks come from the sky or the sun stands still. Is kind of not necessary to make those comments if you are depicting a war or a battle or something like this. It is It's quite interesting. Also, the side that why is this not mainstream all over the place? It also interests me as well, and also I think it's quite intriguing that we don't know about the existence of the creation of planet Venus, same as the creation of the moon. We need to understand that there is a lot of theory, and science is the scientific method is all about proving from data, and it doesn't mean that now the mainstream the mainstream theory of the creation of the planet Venus, or how Venus appeared in the sky, it might not be the right one. More stuff about Velikovsky. I think it's essential as well to understand that maybe this collision and this disaster was the reason why some advanced civilization that exists back in the day disappeared, and it will be interesting to know why this one is keeping a secret from us. And but apart from that side of the story, this work is very important to understand the psychology of mankind, the future that we are heading towards, unfortunately, which is a highly technocratic, authoritarian world, in which we're going to be controlled highly by technology, and why we will accept that as a solution of mankind problems, and why we live or why we have this antipathy towards nature and more attraction toward escapism from reality, which is obviously a day-to-day thing that we can see all over the place around us. I think I say enough. I will go with more videos about wars in collisions. I also got a TikTok channel called The Ego Man, that I have short videos there for you guys to see, which I focus on self-help, psychology, catastrophe like this. I also use quotes from empowering, like Ayn Rand or Nathaniel Branden. I might start doing different posts also about history, about the Templars, and about very interesting stuff that I have down there in my library. But so far at the moment, I want to focus in walls in collisions and my psychological stuff. Please like and share, comment below, buy this book, read it, and make some comments too about the book if you have read it. And I hope you have a nice and beautiful day here in London or wherever you are. Thank you.